Good enough dinner?
Yes, thank you.
I'll get you some ice cream when I'm done. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Being an empath, Heyoka style, you're always feeling some kind of way. Mostly. Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. So things are getting pretty wild out there. That dog is wagging. That dog is wagging. When life imitates art, imitates life, imitates art, and back around again. All for the impressionable psyche of the human being. People are a lot easier to control when they're scared, when they're fearful. There's been times I've been so scared that, like, I can't think. Like, you just freeze, you know? When you're just in shock, you can't even realize what's happening right now. You can't process it until later. More and more people are going to get their chance to have those same experiences. A lot of people are on the timeline on the belief system that the grid's gonna go down and all this stuff, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I get ideas of how the potentials of the direction and you know, ways people can go, because we all got free will, and I keep waiting for people to de-greed and to come into their heart space and live from their heart, and it's just not happening. Because people care more about money. I'm seeing it everywhere I look. You know, all these practitioners, all these people with all this important knowledge, all these things that you need to know. They're taking their content all over to Patreon, and you know, here's a little taste, but then pay for it over here. That kind of stuff. I can't stand that stuff, man. Inclusion with paid membership required. That's what I look at it as. Whatever I do, however I contribute to this planet, to this earth, whether it's in a positive or negative way, it's gonna come back to me. You know, I really need to not worry about what other people do so much. Really, Stan Lee, cute as can be, Stan Lee. He's been so lovey lately. I wonder if he's a Pisces. Are you a Pisces? And it's Pisces season and you are so exceptionally lovey. He's always lovey, but lately he's just been like, wow. Oh, good meows, kitty. So what else is going on in the world? I had all these things I wanted to say today. Yesterday I had a hard time. I was just having a really bad day. I think I was depressed, and I didn't recognize it because I don't ordinarily get depressed about stuff. I did go to the chiropractor yesterday too, and she did something with my stomach, and my stomach doesn't hurt as bad as it does. Did. I don't know. I don't know what she was just, I don't know what she did. I feel so much better, you know. I feel so much better. I haven't gone anywhere though. Haven't felt the need compelled to go anywhere. Something else I'm seeing that's happening on the planet. Yeah, it's something that I've recognized as long as I can remember, which is probably about 2. You know, 3 years old, 2 years old, are some of my earliest memories. And that is, is it this song that freaking messes me up? And that is that there's a, you know, in every situation that you're in, doesn't matter, school, work, at the grocery store, what we're finding is that if people don't like you, if you don't act the way that people want you to act, you will be ostracized. I've known this. This is something that I've known very clear. It's been made very obvious to me in my life. Because see, I'm Heyoka. I don't act how people want me to act. I don't do what people want me to do. As a matter of fact, the more people want me to act some kind of way, the more chances are I'm likely not to do it. Not out of spite, but just I'm not going to be controlled. I don't like to be controlled. When I was younger, I was controlled a lot. I didn't have a lot of choice in my life. You know, as kids, because we're kids, you know, kids don't get to pick and choose. Kids don't get to say, listen, Mr. Judge, I don't want to spend 12 hours on a Greyhound bus on Christmases to appease you, you know, because we're kids. They don't care. Well, that's how it used to be. Now kids are running the world, I think. That's what it seems like, man. The way the world is headed right now is not a good place. That's the thing, is people don't recognize. They think that things are just going to start getting good, but what they don't realize is we're spiritual beings having a human experience, and people don't get to grow in their spirit without a little pain, little suffering. So now more people are going to get the chance to have their little pain, their little suffering, so you can grow too. See, because hurt people, but healed people that have been hurt and healed themselves, they heal people, right? And that's what, we got a whole world, people hurt feelings, you know? How can we live in a world where this is allowed to happen and this is allowed to happen? You know, it's we're coming to a freaking collective point where we can't do this anymore, you know. You okay, Stan Lee? Would you just get sick? Did you just drink water too fast? You okay? Buddy? All right? Feel better? Energy is just really super potent too. But he's all right. Nikki just drank water too fast. So yeah, people don't like you, and everybody wants to go to more of a reliant on technology. How technology doesn't work the way it's supposed. Name a program that is like consistent, like it works every time. You know, it don't exist. As an IT professional, I find people's faith in technology really freaking amusing, and the fact that they want to go towards it. So it's you're going to see more of what we saw. That's how they control you. If you're not going to stand in line, they're going to take away your money, or they're going to take away your access to your livelihood, you know? And that's how you freaking back rats into a corner, is you just, you know, you threaten somebody and their family. Yeah, I don't even, well, I don't really know what a nervous breakdown looks like, because I got to keep going. See, I don't get to ever stop. See, so I got to take care of Mom. And even on days that I don't feel like it, see, even days I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to do nothing, it don't matter. It don't matter what I feel like. It don't matter my feelings on it. You get up, you take care, you do what you need to take care of your family. Yeah? The majority of the percentage of the population on this planet, they don't got those same attitudes. No, you just, like, how many people lost a loved one in the last 2 years because their loved one was in a home when they could have taken care of that loved one themselves? So that's guilt, remorse, you know? People carry that with them. They don't let that stuff go. I let that stuff go. I don't hang on to that stuff. You know, I look at it as I don't know, but I wouldn't put myself in that position either. Because me and Mom are a package deal, and I made a promise when I was 15 years old that I wouldn't, because she came into this world, they put her in an orphanage. Think I'm gonna be the freaking person that's gonna freaking put her in a old person orphanage at the end of her life? No, not me. Everybody else, not me. And people, everybody's trying, I know, is trying to talk me into freaking, I don't have a lot of friends, but only one person, Mr. Iski, and he's the one person that has supported me in taking care of Mom. Everybody else, all those people, all my AA fellowship people that I used to have freaking 5 years ago, that as soon as I moved, they forgot who I was. And that's how it is. You know, it all just words. People talking words. So things are going to get real hard. Yeah, me and Mom are used to hard. We're used to living on next to nothing, stuff like that. So we're going to be all right. But people that have just had all these creature comforts for so long, stuff is going to start going away. You know, ever since I was a little kid, I never even had favorite. I mean, I had like favorite, like I had a favorite fork and a favorite plate, stuff like that. Like stuff that was special to me because I didn't have a lot of my own stuff. But I didn't have favorite things because for some reason I had in my mind that you know, if people wanted to get you, they'll get your favorite things. And now look what's happening in the world today, man. So many people's favorite stuff is going away. So many people favorite stuff going away. I attributed it to like when I was younger and I'd have a toy. Mom and I would play. I used to like to try. I'd take things apart to see how they worked. I've always been had a mechanical mind like that, and if Mom would catch me playing with my toy, you know, doing that with my toys and not playing with my toys in the way that they were intended, then I'd get my toys taken away because I'm gonna break it and then I'm gonna be mad and I'm not gonna have it. And she didn't want to listen to me complain because I broke my toy. So accountability, something that Mom has instilled to me as long as for my whole life. You know, she didn't get me out of trouble. She didn't bail me out of trouble. She always gave me enough rope to hang myself. You know, that I'm going to deal with the consequences of my own actions. And because I did that, I've been taking responsibility for myself for a long, long time. Yeah. It's one of the hardest things to do is when you act right, when you treat somebody poorly and you have to go and you make an amends. I'm waiting for that. When's the world going to start doing that? See, because there's certain things that have to happen before this freaking world gets better. And they're just, people aren't doing it. They're not doing it. So how is the world going to get better if these certain criteria aren't met? Yeah. It is unbelievable to me. Like now in New Mexico, you can go to college for free. When I think of the hell that I went through. See, a lot of this stuff when I was younger, you can't do that. Like if you wanted to get a sex change, you'd have to go through go to a psychologist for like a year, you know, go through all this freaking vetting. You know, it was like a, you know, just like everything else, it's a special club, right? So all this stuff that they're like, no, you can't do it. No, you can't be gay. You can't be this. As the cycles continue, and this was verified. I've talked about this before, and then I listened to a talk, and the people I was listening to, Michael, and I don't know her name, Mid-Heaven Reporter, whatever like that. I was listening to them, and I'm not really big on this stuff. I think alcohol is a tool of divination. You just got to be really careful what kind of freaking messages you're getting when you're using that stuff. So, but that they did verify to me what I believe, and that's what things are coming down is that, you know, ways that people have told us to define things are going away. Yeah, like the general rules of which parent is going to take care of the kid, you know. Well, sometimes the male in the relationship has more feminine energy and the woman has more masculine energy. So oftentimes, you know, so she'll go to work, she'll be the breadwinner, provide, and, you know, old boy will stay home, be Mr. Mom. Anybody watch that movie? Mr. Mom, when the mom stayed home, took care of stuff, you know. But you have society that creates these criteria. People act this way, and that's what society said. They do studies that say that people do this, but the thing of it is everybody's different, but they're acting like everybody's the same because they think the same. They don't have an imagination. They don't have a broad scope of they're not intuitive, you know. The powers that be, the people that are in charge, they're freaking, DC is an extension of Hollywood, you know. I'm not saying the consequences of things that happen in this world that they say are happening that aren't real. I'm just saying that they are creating these scenarios. They're making these scenarios, yeah. They're making it. I never thought I would see the world the way it is now. Never. When I was, when I was young and I thought about, growing up and what the world was going to be, it wasn't going to be this freaking bullshit division from freaking, in charge by, we're controlled and freaking enslaved by a bunch of freaking rich people. Not even that many rich people, but rich people, but because they have money, and then they have the militaries to support them, because all you got to do, all you got to do for freaking most military members is buy them a freaking free lunch and, stuff like that every now and again, keep them happy. When I was in the Air Force, I think maybe there was maybe 2 people that went to school, maybe 3 people in my shop. There was like 55, 60 people in my whole entire shop. And I was one of maybe 3 people that went to college. People don't want to better themselves. So, state of New Mexico, you don't need to do things like pay for college for, I just broke up a fight 2 days ago with 9 kids. Freaking, it was like 4 or like 5 in this car and 4 in this car. And they were freaking over there just and I went and broke it up, and that's 18 parents that don't give a fuck. That's 18 parents that don't give a shit about what their kids did. And the area that I live in, I mean, there's poor and there's rich. There's really no in between. Taos, New Mexico. There's tourists and there's poorest. And they just don't care, People are just strung out. Everybody's drunk, man. You can drive down the road and there's new beer cans all over the place, right? There's fentanyl, heroin, all kinds of stuff. A lot of marijuana, but it's not just marijuana. It's all that other stuff too, man. But people and now we're gonna see it more. And the more you start seeing people legalize marijuana in more states, you're just lazy. Give people a reason to be lazy because they want to be lazy. They're gonna take it every single time. Every single time. What else is going on in the world today? I did take a couple of screenshots yesterday because I wanted to talk about some things. This is what I'm thinking about doing ultimately with the minivan. I'm going to put all-terrain wheels on it. Here's a better picture. Here's a better one. So, she'll be beefy. We're beefing up her. This one is they put a lift kit on it, and they didn't put bigger wheels on it. I would not do that. I don't, because I need extra clearance, because there's places all over here. There's just mud everywhere. So if I'm gonna get out and take more pictures and stuff like that, I'm gonna have to get to the places I need to be. What else is going on? Here was a poll. It says, who did 9/11? This was on Twitter. 68%. CIA, baby. I knew one chick that worked in the CIA, and she was a total drunk. Total drunk. Just, and that's the thing, is they go out and they do stupid things, but because of who they are, they always get out of the trouble. It's not fair. The world it's coming to a head, folks. It's coming to a head, so. I guess I have to see, and that's how about this for disclosure of self-awareness? I thought about this today, is that I found that I get mad when okay, what was it that I thought of today? I had like an epiphany, and I was like, oh, wow, that's not really pretty to look at. I can't remember what it was, so I'm going to have to think about it and freaking write it down and talk about it another day. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I did a talk, peanut butter and jelly cookies, and I never even freaking talked about what I wanted to say. I make medicine cookies for people. And most of the people that have them say that they're the best that they ever had. Makes me feel good. So, but I'm like the Ben and Jerry of can of cookies, and so I came up with a new kind to make, and Toll House came out with a new product. Strawberry and cream flavored morsels and more. And then it has these little graham crackers, white morsels, and strawberry flavored chunks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and take out the white morsels, and then I'm going to add some Reese's peanut butter chips to it. How's that sound, Ma?
That sounds good.
Peanut butter and jelly cookies? That's a good combination right there, Ma. Yep. So I'm kind of excited about that. But we're just kind of being chill. Before this is all said and done, man, if something doesn't happen and I don't start making some freaking friends, man, I'm going to turn into a total recluse. A total hermit, you know? The weather's going to start warming up here pretty quick. And, I just am trying to really right now focus on one day at a time because the real estate market is not in my favor right now. And where I live, it's amazing how much people want for their junk in Taos, New Mexico. It's freaking amazing. Like 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I mean, these things are not like anything special, you know? I mean, look, it's just 2-bedroom, 1-bath, $525,000. I mean, it's just like who It's fucking Taos, New Mexico. Who's gonna fucking pay these $2,000 a month mortgages? Because the only business in this whole stupid place is I don't know. The Pueblo doesn't count because they're their own little whatever base. They just shut everybody else off, you know. It's just weird. But there's like what, the city employees, county employees. I don't even think there's state employees in this town. They're all down in Santa Fe and stuff like that. So it's like, who's gonna, you know, so these people are gonna be paying these mortgages on empty houses because ain't nobody gonna buy their houses. You know, but it just always goes back to what people think they deserve, man. I never thought I deserved much. I never thought I deserved, like, I remember, like, I didn't ask for presents a lot because I just didn't want the disappointment of not getting what I asked for. So I just like, whatever, you know. And one year, Mom, I wanted a little, I was 12, and it was a hard year. 12 was the hardest year of my life, I think. And, and we lived down in Paso Robles at the time, and I thought I'd ask for a little, you know, maybe they'd see how hard I was having such a hard time. Maybe they'd see, and maybe my mom and dad, for the first time in history, would work together for something to benefit me. And so I asked for a little Yamaha YZ80, a little motorcycle, and we went over to these people's house on my birthday, and my mom's like, okay, we did cake and the cake and ice cream stuff, and all right, now if you're ready, go in the backyard, and your birthday present's out there. And for like a second, I was like, they did it. Because they hate each other. My parents hate each other, and I was like, they did it. They came together, you know, to make me feel special. And I went out back and I opened the door. I flung the door open, waiting to see, you know, the motorcycle there with the bow on it and whatever. And I was like, what, you know, and my mom's like, look down. And I looked down, and there was a little toy motorcycle sitting on the ground. And yeah, she laughs still. She still thinks it's funny. I didn't. But yeah, I guess this next chapter would, for me, what I'm hoping is going to turn about is I don't know, coming into support. Yeah. Support. I've never had a lot of support in my life. I've been painfully independent. So I guess it's hard to help people like me. But not really. I'm just struggling because life isn't fun, and it hasn't been fun for so long. And I don't get what I want, I don't know how other people do it. It's like they think of something and then they get it, I wanted to move closer to my niece and Helica, and my brother wouldn't help me. And I couldn't do it by myself financially or anything. And he said that no. And there's two things that people in my family have always said, is that just because we're related doesn't mean I have to love you. And I'm going to help you by not helping you. Yeah. I'm just getting tired because I've been living one day at a time for a really long time, and I'm still not getting to where I want to be in life. I'm still not. And I look around, man, I can't even be envious, I can't be spiteful, and I can't be jealous. I just have to be happy for all that other people have, because if I'm spiteful and envious and jealous, then that'll come back to me. And I don't want that. Get away from him. You're okay. You're a good girl. You didn't do nothing. It's your stinky brother. You're a good girl. Is it pretty? Is it so pretty? I think so Marge funny too. Those are my favorite. She says we talk. We all know that you say that we're our favorite. We had a meeting, and we all know. Anyway, where am I at? 27. I'm about done. What else? I think that's about all I got. It's just hard. I'm just tired. I'm going to be 48 soon. In a month. In 1 month from today. Every year. I've been doing these videos for 5 years, and every year I'm like, okay, how about we reach 1,000 subscribers? And I can't fucking, I can do that in my head, and it's just like, I know how to act. I know how to dress. I know how to look and, be all that fake shit that people like and want to watch and all that stuff. But the thing of it is I don't have the energy to be fake. I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of society go ahead and watch their other freaking fake nonsense bullshit, Let them freaking enjoy their sport. People, it doesn't matter if people wake up in this incarnation. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if people degreed in this. Then they'll die, and then they'll come back in the next life, and, they're either going to degrade in the next life, die. They're just going to keep doing it until they figured it out. I just was kind of hoping that some folks would figure it out, just so, I don't know, I'd like people come visit. But if people aren't freaking worth hanging out with, then why would I want them to come visit? Everybody just cares about freaking materialistic shit. Even all these freaking astrology readers and stuff like that. Paid membership for inclusion. You can come and be a part of our group, but you got to pay for it. Where there's a lot of people out there that don't have no money, and as people know, the costs and prices of everything are going up. So we'll see how generous and kind and thoughtful and loving, how much the population of the planet recognizes that we're all connected. See, I don't. I see people out here, and I'm like, we're not connected, because if something happened, I would help you, but I already know that freaking person would not help me. But we don't do things to get credit. Yeah. That's why I said earlier, when I do things, when my karma comes back to me, usually I do things for people, my karma that comes back to me, 9 times out of 10,